matter. Fucking. All right, let's do it. It's time for another Post-Game Pints podcast. Gallo and Campbell. Courtesy Post-Game Pints. Tough one for the Canadians, losing 6-3 in Game 3. Now they're on the brink of elimination in the Stanley Cup final. Mitch, it didn't start well, didn't end well. There really wasn't much good from this hockey game.
No, there wasn't. I mean, the Canadians did have moments in the game where they played okay, but for the most part, the Tampa Bay Lightning showed why they are the defending Stanley Cup champions, because every time the Canadians got close, Tampa jumped 2 steps ahead, and then Montreal got close and Tampa would jump 2 steps ahead. So, they got off to that bad start. It's obviously 2-0 less than 5 minutes into the game. You're chasing the game. The Canadians aren't the best when they chase. They've been the better team when they've scored first in these playoffs. It's not a great recipe for success, and the Tampa Bay Lightning really put their foot down.
Yeah, they're just a really good team, and you saw the Canadians try and get something. And you know what? Here's the thing, Mitch. It was a night where Vasilevsky wasn't that great, and the Canadians did not fool them. He got Vasilevsky thinking about Gallagher, and he shot him and he beats him clean. You never really think, and you wouldn't think Deneau would be a guy that could beat Vasilevsky clean. The Suzuki goal was not a good goal at all. And then Corey Perry looked at him and caught him short side on the inside. So it was a night where Vasilevsky could have been had, and they didn't win. That's not a good sign. And I know being down 3-0 is not a good sign, but it seems like that was the kind of night that the Canadians could have walked out with a win if they didn't make so many mistakes defensively.
Yeah, if only they had the Vasilevsky from Game 3 and Game 2. Maybe things would go a little bit different. The only goal that I thought, the Suzuki goal, he probably should have had that one. The Deneau goal, maybe expecting a pass to get to Gallagher. And the final goal, I mean, it's in garbage time. I know you could look at the goalie and say, it's coming from a bad angle, not the best spot on the ice to shoot. But, I'll give benefit of the doubt. Tampa Bay felt comfortable winning at that point. But, no, you're right. Vasilevsky wasn't great. Price wasn't great. This game was not about the goalies at all. We've spoken so much about the matchup between those two. Well, in this game, they had very little impact on the outcome. Tonight, the outcome was decided by Tampa Bay's really good players being able to capitalize when they have great opportunities to score.
So what's the plan for the Canadians in Game 4 here? Like, is it just one game at a time? I know that's what you have to do. That's the way you got to look at it. But, man, it is so hard to not think about what you have to do against the defending Stanley Cup champion, Tampa Bay Lightning. And, you got to get that first step. You got to get that first win. You got to walk away at the Bell Center feeling good. Is it just the fact winning at the Bell Center in front of your fans, kind of let them congratulate you on a great season, even if you're not going to come back? I don't know what the mentality is here, Mitch.
Well, I mean, you'll hear from both sides. On one end, from the Canadians, you'll hear the cliche of you have to take it one game at a time. And from the Tampa Bay Lightning, even though they have the 3-0 series lead, you'll hear the cliche, we know the fourth game is the hardest to win. So if you're the Canadians, make sure it's the hardest to win, and don't think about winning 4. Think about the fact that you don't want the Tampa Bay Lightning to win on Bell Center ice. You don't want to be swept in the Stanley Cup final, and you want to give one really great effort for your fans. That's Game 4. Don't worry about Game 5, 6, or 7. Just worry about giving a good performance in Game 4.
All right, we got 1 minute left here on the Post-Game Pints podcast, 5-minute post-game show. All right, so who needs to step up? Is it just saying everybody, or are you looking at certain people that need to pick up their game for the Canadians? I'll give you a couple names just to start, then you see if you want to build off that. I'll give you Carey Price and Tyler Toffoli.
I mean, those two guys have to be right at the top of the list. It's been 7 games now where Toffoli hasn't scored. And I don't think Price has played his best hockey in any of the 3 games in the Stanley Cup final. So those are 2 great examples of guys that need to step up. Sean, I'll also add to that list Josh Anderson in the forward group. I think he has been a little bit quieter since he was running around in Game 1. And then as far as the defense is concerned, I know he's playing with an injury. But still, you'd like maybe a signature moment for Jeff Petrie.
All right, that does it for another post-game Pines 5-minute post-game show. Hey, we have at least one more, maybe more here when it comes to the Stanley Cup final, at least. But the Canadiens lose in Game 3, 6-3, and it's time to shut her off, open a beer, courtesy of LaBrosse. Have a good one.